Raiders Sports Report. I'm Peter Garum.
And I'm Josh Marr.
This week, we'll be reviewing our spring sports and how they've gotten off to starts this year. The girls' lax team is currently 3-2 to the start of their season. With more, let's go to girls' lax correspondent Aaron Shack.
The girls have won their last 3 games, coming off a rough start from 0-2. They came off a rough game against a good team in Northern Highlands, but they have really picked it up, surpassing the amount of wins they had last season.
And who have been some of the star performers on the girls' team to help them achieve this record so far?
The sophomore class have really stepped up for the girls, with Amber Bretz and Sabrina DeLillo have 7 points each with 6 goals and 1 assist. Erica Muscus has really led the squad with 18 points, with 11 goals and 7 assists.
And what can we look forward to with the girls' team the rest of the season?
The girls have winnable games against Livingston and Newark Academy coming up. They currently sit in 4th place in the Independent South League, and they look forward to moving up in the rankings.
Thank you, Aaron.
The Scotch Plains Fayetteville golf team is out to a pretty decent start with a 2-2 record. Can you tell me how their season is going, Stephanie?
So far, they're pretty good. They suffered a tough loss against Providence last week, but this week they gained back that loss, winning against Burley.
Any big events coming up for them?
There are a lot of matches coming up against their county rivals, but the one that they're most looking forward to is against Westfield.
Can you tell me who are some of the key players on the golf team?
Some of the key players this year is Jackson Cooney, followed by Louis Daniele.
Okay, thanks, Stephanie.
You're welcome.
The boys lacrosse team is off to a hot start at 3-1 so far this season, coming off a big win against Bernards. With more, here's Peter Warren.
Yeah, it was a 9-7 victory over Bernards last Saturday. Riley Guma stepped up with his first start of season in net with 20 saves. He had multiple 2-goal performances from some of their star players, including Jason Carabia and Cooper Heisey.
What has been the key factor to the boys so far this season, leading them to the hot start?
Dave's gotten some great all-around play from everybody on the squad. Some notable players include David Walker, who's been very good in face-offs and has 45 ground balls, over 20 more than next leading player on the team. Scott Nyslak, the senior, has 12 goals, and Richie Nardone has 9 points.
The boys are 3-1 so far this season. Can you tell me about their lone defeat?
Yes, it was a triple overtime thriller at New Providence. The Raiders were up going into the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter, but sadly, New Prov tied it up with less than a second to go and ended up winning in triple overtime. With that being said, though, the Raiders played a really great game, and they should be proud of their efforts.
And what do the boys look forward to the rest of the season, and what are some upcoming games for the team as well?
The team hopes to continue their hot start and have it last throughout the season. Some notable games coming up include the rivalry against Westfield on Monday the 18th, which will be here at the high school.
All right, thank you, Peter. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the boys' hot start so far this season.
Here we are with a lacrosse game. The Scotch Plains Raiders going off against the Millburn Millers at Millburn, as David Walker wins the initial face-off, and the Raiders get right into the offense. Here with David, with some good passing here. Good rotation, swings. Here's Calabria. Over. Joe Griff behind the net, finds David, and gets a nice little goal to get the early read for the Raiders. Millburn, though, would come right back here as one of their players goes coast to coast for the goal, as no Raider defender can stop him, and just gets a nice shot off. Tough one for Duffy to save. But it doesn't mean he won't, as Duffy made very critical saves throughout the game, including one right here against a Miller shot. Back on offense are the Raiders. Joe Griff behind the net over to Scott Nyslak, who's going to find a little bit of space when he receives the return pass from Belford, and will find the back of the net for the goal to give the Raiders 2 goals in the first half. But Millburn would come right back, getting themselves 2 more goals, including this one right here. That would give them a 3-2 lead heading into halftime. But when the third quarter came around, it was all Raiders here, as Cooper Heisey passed over to Joe Griff behind the net. Gets the ball back to Cooper Heisey, who gets to his first of 2 goals this game. I will see a second one later on. A nice shot there from Heisey. And here off the restart, the Raiders looking to score, as they will. Let's have a nice play set up. The angle as they pass it over. And a nice head fake. And a great goal there from Richie Nardone. Find the back of net to put the Raiders up. Here we go, Heisey again with his second goal. with a nice little spin move, and with the left finds the back of the net for a goal to make it 5 goals for the Raiders. And they'll get a 6-1 here, as at the end of the third quarter, Scott Nyslak, with 5 seconds left, just runs, gets past his defender, and puts a shot right past the keeper to get the goal, get the Raiders 6 goals. But Millburn will have a chance to score here at the end of the fourth, down 1, 6-5, as they'll put a couple chances on net, but it can't get past Chris Duffy and the Raider defense as they hold strong and win the game 6-5. A big win for the Raiders.
The tennis team is off to not such a good start as they expected with the 0-4 record. Can you tell me about their season?
The boys tennis team is not doing as well as they'd hoped for at the start of the season with 0 wins and 4 losses. However, they are looking to turn around their season as the games go on.
Okay, there's been some key individuals on the team that have been striving for them. Can you tell me about them?
Some key players for the team are Andrew Ray and Robbie Viglione. They won doubles against the 9th team in the state. So the team is doing better individually, and they hope to win more matches this way.
Can you tell me about some big upcoming games?
Some upcoming games that the team wants to win are Cranford and Union Catholic. And besides these games, they hope to be more successful in future matches.
Now let's check out our male athlete of the month.
All right, and we're back with the male athlete of the month here with Colin McClellan. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
All right, so you're baseball players, right?
Yeah.
So how's the season going so far?
The season's been pretty successful so far. We're 5-1. You know, we're leading our conference right now, and we're looking to stay on the path that we've set forth.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So I heard opening day had a nice, started off real nice.
Yeah, it was great. We played Westfield at Westfield opening day, and we mercied them. We had Jack on the mound, and it was a real good team win. Everyone did something to help the team win, and it's been a good bit of our success.
Oh, that's good. So what are some upcoming games we should look out for?
Well, we play Westfield again on the 18th, which is this coming Saturday, and it's gonna be, we play them at home. It's gonna be a tough match because they're gonna come at us better than they did last time, and you know we got to show up too. So I'm excited.
What's a personal goal you have for yourself this season?
Personally, you know, I'm always looking to get better. You know, defensively, offensively, but a real big goal of mine is just to be a better team player. You know, it should be everyone's goal on the team, and you know, root for the guy that's in, and when your number's called, you know, do your job, and you want to hope that your teammates are rooting for you too. So just being a good teammate is the overall goal.
Yeah. What position do you play?
I play outfield.
Who are some varsity guys to keep your eye out for this year?
Well, Matt Fox is on fire right now. You know, he's really swinging a good stick right now, as well as George Leichling. George Leichling was voted to be best opening week player, and Sam Shetlick, which is a sophomore, he's playing second base right now, and he's also swinging a good stick, and he's one to look out for also in the future.
I hear the current freshmen, they're a pretty good team of baseball players. Is there any freshmen on the varsity team?
There's one freshman on the varsity team, Danny Wilkinson. He's a relief pitcher. He's a big kid, and he can throw hard, and it's fun having him up on the varsity squad.
So who are some young guys to look out for the next season, upcoming season?
Well, Sam Shetlick, I mean, he's starting right now, and he's really doing a good job. He's doing everything right. Also, Anthony Denizzo, he's our backup catcher, but he plays a big role on the team. He warms up all the pitchers, and he gets an at bat every once in a while, and he does his job. He's a great player and a great kid.
All right. So before I wrap it up, a question I'd like to ask for you now. It's a Friday night. What can I find to do?
Well, after our game or practice, you know, I just like to relax for a little bit, you know, see what the kids in town are doing, you know, go hang out with my friends, or, you know, just relax. I mean, because usually Saturday we got either another game or practice, so I got to be at full strength the next day.
Yeah. Working on that hair, I have to admire your hair. You got some nice hair.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. That's all I got for you.
Again, with your local sports news, I'm Jack Lynch, and starting off with football, The 2016 draft is coming up in a couple of weeks, and I personally think the New York Giants are going to go with more of a defensive approach to the draft, while the Jets are going to have more of an offensive approach to the draft. I think the Giants are going to draft a nice safety and a nice linebacker, who I think can really help the teams out. And I think the Jets are going to draft maybe a couple of wide receivers and maybe some offensive linemen, where they've been struggling in the past seasons. For the Giants, I think they're going to draft Jalen Ramsey if he falls down to the 10th pick what the Giants have. But in a lot of mock drafts, they say he's going the number 1 overall, but if he drops low enough, he could go to the Giants. And for the Jets, I think they could draft Laquan Treadwell, a wide receiver out of Ole Miss, who I think would fit the team perfectly. Next on to baseball, the New York Yankees playing phenomenal in the past couple of games, with CC Sabathia returning to the MLB after checking himself into rehab for being an alcoholic and playing amazing the other day. I think that he played very well in the first couple of innings, having a no-hitter until the 3rd inning, I believe, and he's playing very well. And coming out of rehab, I think that it's an amazing move for him because the past couple of seasons he hasn't been playing well, and now coming back, he's just doing very well for the beginning and, of course, being an alcoholic on recovery. Next on to hockey. The Rangers playing the Penguins in the first round of the playoffs. Hopefully they can do well. And the New York Islanders playing the Panthers in the first round of the playoffs. And hopefully they can do well. Both playing pretty good this season and both doing phenomenal in the past couple of games. That's all for your Raiders Local Sports Report.
We caught up with SPF's very own Miss Pasulak to see how she had a hand in creating SPF's new field hockey team.
Hi, we're here with Miss Pasulak. I've heard you are now in charge of the new field hockey team at Scotch Internet High School. Can you tell me a little bit about the team and what it took to get started?
Sure. So myself and Allie Neidig, who is the middle school phys ed teacher, we are co-running the field hockey team. Mm-hmm. So to get started, we had to do a lot of fundraising. We have to raise $17,000 for a lot of money for our team to take off next year. And if we do, it'll be a JV team. So what we've been doing is a lot of fundraising we did bake sales and clothing sales and restaurant nights, and we sold bed sheets, believe it or not, which made us a lot of money. We're doing a golf outing, and that's hopefully going to make us as much money as possible. But what we've been doing besides that is we've been running a clinic on every Friday. And it's a 10-week clinic, and the girls pay to participate in the clinic. And we teach them basic stick skills and basic skills of field hockey, so that way they have an understanding of field hockey. Right. So a lot of girls have never picked up a stick before. Right. So we just started that this past Friday, and it runs until the Friday of our last week of school in June. Okay. So the girls are doing that. Carla Kelly, who's a parent in the community, she is the one that started it with us. Wow. So her and her friend Joanne, they've kind of been working together, so they're really like the behind-the-scenes people who have been meeting with our superintendents and our athletic directors to get it started. Awesome. They've also run a clinic for 2nd through 6th graders.
Oh wow. So did you play field hockey when you were in high school? Is that why your passion is?
Absolutely. I've been playing field hockey since I was in 5th grade.
Wow. And then all the way up until senior year?
All the way up to senior year, and then I played rec league in college.
That's awesome. And also, what programs do you have in place now to build for the future?
So right now, like I said, we have the starter clinic, which is just introducing the sport to anybody from grade 6 through grade 12. Okay. We do have the youth clinic, which is grade 2nd through 6th. So we kind of have that.
To expose them to it young.
Correct. So we have everybody. We also are doing summer camps. We have workout programs for the girls. And we're just trying to get them motivated and in shape for upcoming seasons.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Let's check out some top play nominees.
I gotta be a man, I can't let it slide.
With field hockey and volleyball being added to our school's sports selection, what sports would you like to see?
The high school recently added a boys volleyball team to their athletic program. So in the spirit of the new team, I went around to ask students what the next sport to be added to the program should be.
The next sport I would like to see at the high school would probably be rugby, since it's like football, but like also not football. So it would give kids a different opportunity instead of football. It's because our football team is not the best.
Curling. Table tennis.
I'd want to see field hockey because I think it's a really cool sport and you get to wear cool skirts and it's a fun sport.
Field hockey.
We want chess to become a club, right, Pete?
Yes. Girls wrestling.
Okay, if I could see any sport in high school, it would probably be good old-fashioned American wrestling. America, born, bred, and raised, free and justice-full, as what we Americans do. Nothing but born, bred, and raised, 100% American beef, and that is why I would do American wrestling.
If I could see a new sport be introduced to the high school, it would have to be pickleball.
Rugby. Yeah.
Hand fencing.
Congratulations to Carly Zog for winning the March Madness Bracket Challenge, and a big thanks to Nick's Pizza for sponsoring the event.
And that has been your Raiders Sports Reports News. I'm Josh Moore.
And I'm Peter.
We'll see you next time.